today we're gonna talk about a topic that I personally have a love-hate relationship with, and that is sunless tanning at home. Now, the easiest thing would be to just accept the skin color that you are and not deal with sunless tanning, but most of us don't feel that way. And I certainly don't count myself as one of those people who is self-confident enough to bare my legs without some color on them. And the best and healthiest way to do that is not to sit in the sun or go onto a tanning bed. Those are terrible ideas, but to use a sunless tanner. Let me walk you through what I do at home on a regular basis. And I'm gonna try to do this in as cohesive a manner as possible. I will also list everything down in the description box in the order in which I'm talking about it, with all the links and all the steps written out down there as well. All right, so first of all, you have to prep. We've all heard that, and it's true. You can't just decide, you know what, let's throw on some self-tanner and hope that it all works out. It's not going to go well. So the first step is showering. I will shower, wash my hair, shave, exfoliate, all the things in the morning. And I would prefer to apply my sunless tanner in the evening. So I will do it again, just shower and scrub again in the evening. So you're in the shower, and the idea is you're prepping your skin. You want it as smooth as possible. The best way I can explain this is think about it as preparing your wooden kitchen cabinets for painting. You can't just slap new paint on top of the old paint. You have to sand it down and smooth it and get it ready for the new paint. And that's basically what you're doing with your body. So obviously, first and foremost, wash it with whatever soap you choose. Shave. I recommend not shaving like minutes before you do the sunless tanner. Ideally, you shave and exfoliate in the morning, do another quick exfoliate in the evening, and then put on your tan. So shaver of choice, razor of choice. I personally prefer to exfoliate first, then shave, because when you get a layer of skin off, it's gonna open up those hairs a little bit better and get them, like, get a closer shape. So what do you use to exfoliate? I'm talking a lot and not showing you. First, I like to use a scrub. And the one I used to use years and years ago and have rediscovered, and I love it, is this one from Soap and Glory, and it's called Flake Away Body Scrub. It's not too terribly strong. I personally don't feel that it's strong enough all by itself to really prep you as well as you can. I feel like the best way to get the most thorough job possible, and even more cost effective, is to get yourself some exfoliating mitts. You can find them at your local drugstore in the spa section. You can find them on Amazon. I'll link to a few options down the description box. I have two. The other one is still soaking wet. You put them on, you put your shower gel of choice on, and you go to town. Now, this is the key part. Yes, we all know about doing your knees and elbows, but some places where I find that I tend to get patchy and my dry patches, I have more dry patches. For some reason, my underarms, not my actual pits, but like right on the outside. Once you start fake tanning regularly, you'll see where you mess up. It's inevitable, and you'll learn where you need to focus. I always have to get like right here a little bit, but you're scrubbing, you apply more gel, you keep going, you get all the parts, the bikini line, you know, if you shave down there at all versus laser, then you're gonna wanna get in there. Just anywhere that you shave in general, pits, bikini line, legs, all those places. And you will see, if you have old tan on, you will see it coming off on your mitt, but you can really get a good, effective, very effective exfoliation with just these guys and whatever shower gel that you like. The reason why you need to shower and exfoliate a second time for the perfect self-tan is that you probably put on moisturizer, maybe you have some sunscreen on during the day. So one more time before you tan, rinse off, do a quick light body scrub, and then dry for a little while. So that is the key there for step one. Step two is sort of the in-between part, and this is where you've showered and now you wait. You have to wait, even though you've dried yourself off with a towel, you need to wait until you are bone dry. No moisturizers, no lotions of any kind, just, you know, you can put on a robe or pajamas or loungewear or whatever, but just wait until you are a good bone dry, like half an hour at the very least. Now we're ready to put on the sunless tanner. I have a few actual tanners to recommend. I will say this, the most user-friendly options are in a foam form with tint to them, so you can see where you've applied it. I've used lotions, I've used the drops, I've used them all, but I will say the ones that I can apply with the most confidence have a foam form and the color guard so you know if you've missed a spot or not. And let me recommend a few to you. The one I've been recommending for years now and the one I have the most experience with is the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express. I have it in dark, but I also just get the regular non-express version in ultra dark. They now have a platinum, which is the darkest level. I haven't tried that one. This is very user-friendly, comes out in a foam, has a tint to it. They're all gonna smell. I mean, that's just the way it works. Like if you don't want it to smell bad, then sunless tanning is not for you. They're all gonna smell to some level. I have applied this on my face as well. I have very sensitive skin. This has never broken me out. New to me, that was recommended to me by a friend, is this one from Bondi Sands. I recently mentioned it, I believe, in favorites. It's the Aerated Self-Tanning Foam Aero Ultra Dark Quick Dry Formula Intense Hydration Coconut Scent. While I mentioned they all smell not great, this one is the least offensive smelling, and as far as I can tell, the darkest of them. It also wears off the quickest. I'd say this one might only be good for 2 or 3 days before it starts to significantly fade, but the color is amazing on this. I have also applied this to my face. No issues there either. The other one that is what's going on right now is from B-Tan. I found this on Amazon actually when I was researching for stuff I could find quickly, and this is the #1 rated brand on Amazon. They have multiple options and formulas. This one is called I Want the Darkest Tan Possible. It's a 1-hour self-tan mousse. This is rated as their darkest. I mean, I guess, well, it's always gonna be a little lighter here, but you know, I don't think this is the darkest I've ever been. I will say I've used this a few times, and while this one doesn't get the darkest, it's also the longest lasting I've used so far. This lasts almost a good week, I would say. I do want to try some of the other formulas as well. Longest lasting, darkest, and then I'd say this one is right in the middle. And the application on all 3 of these is exactly the same, and they look essentially the same coming out of the container. I will say this, whether it's a 1-hour express, 2-hour express, or 6 to 8 hours or longer, if you want a darker, longer lasting tan, sleep in it. I have never had good results with any of the self-tanning options if I rinse it off sooner than 6 hours. I have tried a lot of mitts in my life. I will tell you which ones I don't like. The Saint-Tropez Tan mitt. I hate this thing. I have a few of these. I keep these for buffing in body makeup. Another one that I've loved for years, and it's a little smushy because it dried funny, is this tanning mitt that I found on Amazon. And I do love it. I love the material. This feels more like a velvety feel to it. The reason why I'm not leaving this as my #1 is it's hand specific. So you can put the tan on, you buff it in, great. Now you want to move on to the other arm. You switch, but now all the tanning product is on here. You got to add a little bit more, blah, blah, blah. So it's not as effective, but it's still very, very good. Newest and my absolute favorite, and this is a little damp still because I used it last night, is this one from Bondi Sands. Same material as this, maybe a little thicker even. They're both lined with waterproof material on the inside, so you don't have to worry about your hand getting the tanning product on it, whereas this one, I feel like the tan can soak through. It's another thing. But you'll notice no thumb here, which is nice because product is on, you're buffing, you're good. You wanna switch hands, remember product is here. It's still here. Whatever's left over, I can still rub on. So I just think, and it's double-sided as well. They both are. But I think this is just a little more effective, roughly same price point. You're also gonna need something to apply it to your back, or you're gonna have to have someone willing to do it for you. And I have both options. The problem is, obviously you're naked when you're doing this. Like why you would bother putting this on in your own home while wearing a bathing suit, I don't know. That's your thing, but I do it obviously naked. I would prefer not to have tan lines. And if I ask my husband to put it on my back, he thinks naked time is always gonna be fun time. I don't think there's anything sexy about smearing self-tanner on your back while you're like But yeah, anyway, so if you don't want to always say, do not now, then just, I actually got this. You can buy these. Again, you can find them like at CVS, Walgreens in the bath section, Ulta, Amazon has these. I got this one from a spa appointment I had at the Woodhouse Spa. You take this guy, you take your mitt, either mitt will work, you stick it on, put a rubber band or a scrunchie, you know, around the bottom, and then I did my back like this myself. You get it all over. You're gonna need a mirror just to make sure you can see that you got all the spots on your back, which is another reason why you really wanna use a sunless tanner with color to it so you can see where you've applied it already. It doesn't matter where you start. I like to work from the bottom up. What I like to do is about 2 pumps, 2 like big squirts per section. So 2 squirts for lower leg, 2 to 3 squirts, probably 3 squirts, there's more surface area, for my upper legs, 2 squirts for the upper arm, 2 squirts for the lower arms. You'll hear some people say you should buff it in. I think just long strokes are the way to go. Some key things to remember: put your hands up. You're gonna wanna get under here, you know, do the pit sparingly. Sounds weird, but assuming you have a mitt full of stuff, I start here, or I go this way. I start on the top, the outer part, work my way underneath, go like this, make sure you get the sides here. People forget about the whole side of their body. Then with whatever is left over, and look, my hands don't look weirdly tan. Whatever's left, just like very lightly, just kind of go like that along the hands. Do the outside, buff it really lightly on the wrists. You're not gonna have tan hands. That's weird. Don't put any tan in your hands. Get your elbow just a little bit and then get into your pits just a little bit. Then we reapply, we put more stuff on, we move on to the next body part. For my neck, you can see here, I don't know if it can come up on camera, my dog actually licked me here last night and I forgot. And so I have like a white spot here. I can fix that with foundation. I didn't for this. But don't forget, I don't put often tanner on my actual face. I have a product we'll talk about in a minute. But with the mitt, I go up to the jawline. I get in here, I lift my hair up, I do the back of my neck, I do the tops of my shoulders, top of my back, I can reach. I'm like getting naked here, hang on. With the legs, don't forget, kind of the same deal. Prop your foot up on something, make sure you get, you know, under the cheeks and all that area, because when you're wearing a bathing suit, generally it's gonna ride up a little bit, so you want all the parts evenly covered. I do my back last. Obviously you're gonna have if you have longer hair, put your hair up. I also do the same, just like how I do on my hands, I do the same thing to the tops of my feet. And then, once I have all the parts of me that I want tan, I wait like 30 minutes. This is key if you want something that's gonna be a little bit darker and last a little bit longer. You don't have to do this. If you don't have the time, you can move on to the next step, which we'll discuss in a moment. But throw a robe on or something, chill out for about 30 minutes, and then do it again. I don't do my whole body a second time. I just do my arms and my legs a second time. And then here's the key. Stand around, you know, just kind of like do your little naked dance for, you know, like a minute. Or if you have a handheld fan, you know, you can dry a little bit. But here is the key. And once I figured this out, it totally changed my self-tanning game. I used to just throw on my pajamas, go to sleep and whatever. And I would find that I had patchiness here. I'd have patchiness behind my knees, anywhere where my thighs might rub together. Here's the key. Once you're no longer too tacky to the touch, and you'll know when you do this, get yourself some baby powder. Make sure that it is cornstarch based. That's just, I think they've removed talc from the market. Make sure you get the baby powder with cornstarch. This is just Walmart brand. And I'll make a little mess. I just put a little on my hand, like so, and I start applying it to the areas where skin is gonna touch and stick together. So over there, your armpits, under your breasts, thighs, anywhere there's gonna be chafing, behind your knees. If you wanna just cover yourself with baby powder from, you know, everywhere, do it. If you're worried about getting it all over your bathroom floor, stand in the shower or the bathtub and do it. Easy cleanup for later. Now, what do you wear to go to sleep? It's gonna rub off some, whether it's on your sheets or your pajamas. That's just how the sunless tanning game goes. I have navy sheets, so if it does, I certainly can't tell. We've had white sheets in the past. It just washes right out. What I like to do, just to sort of make things easier, is I will wear long sleeve pajamas and pajama pants on sunless tanning nights. And yes, it is summer. And yes, as I'm filming this, it is 99 degrees outside, but cotton poplin pajamas can be worn when it is 200 degrees. Well, you know what I mean. You won't get hot. It is the miracle of cotton poplin pajamas. And no, you don't have to get the $150 pair. I don't have them. I have 2 pairs from Amazon that I love. I will link them below. Those are my tanning night pajamas. I wear them other nights, but those are dedicated pajama nights or tanning nights. And if some, you know, maybe gets off on the cuffs or whatever, those are easily thrown in the laundry versus like stripping your bed every time you tan, because you might do it once or twice a week, depending on how you want to maintain. Then in the morning, you won't smell, but your tan will have developed. You got to rinse it off. And by rinsing, I mean no shaving, no soap. Just get in the shower, stand under the water until the water runs clear, and you're good to go. Get out, pat dry, moisturize. If you want your tan to last and not get patchy, you have to have moisturized skin. And my favorite for immediately after tanning is this one from Neutrogena. It's their Hydro Boost Body Gel Cream. This one is the normal to dry skin. It has hyaluronic acid. I believe there's a fragrance-free version and a regular version. It is one of my favorite all-time body moisturizers anyway, because it absorbs really easily and you never feel sticky. You can get right into your clothes. Nothing clings to it. It's outstanding. Few other products I want to mention. Like I said, these days I don't often tan my face. I'll just pick a foundation shade that will match my body. One thing I do to add a little color to my face, and it's easily maintained, is this product that I have talked about for years. It's the Saint-Tropez Bronzing Water Face Mist. I'll do it right now. The beauty of this is you can put it on over makeup. It's a really fine mist. It smells nice. Think of it as a setting spray. I usually do this at night. After I put on all my skincare, I do a little bit of this, call it a night. If you do it consistently a few days in a row, you will get good color on your face. I just use this about every other day just to kind of take the edge off my white face. Couple other products that I do want to mention. If you want to prolong your tan maybe a little bit longer and you want to moisturize as well and you want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, there are some gradual tanner lotions. This one did not do very well. This is again by Bondi Sands. It's the Everyday Gradual Tanning Milk. Didn't love this one. It smells weird and I didn't see any difference. In fact, to me, it looked like my tan got patchier faster. This is a great one. Mine is just about out. It's the Tan-Luxe The Butter. It's an illuminating tanning butter. I ran out of my absolute favorite. I'll link it down below. It's the Saint-Tropez Gradual Tan Lotion, but it's not tinted. It's just moisturizer. I love that one. I'm sure we all have our own favorite way to do sunless tanner or not at all. If you have any other suggestions that you have found were great for you, please leave those down in the comments. I would love to see how other people do this. It's this weird private ritual that many of us put ourselves through on a regular basis, and I feel like maybe we need to talk about it more. All right, thanks for hanging out with me today. Remember, the best thing to apply to your body during the summer and all months is sunscreen, but you know, if you need to expose some body parts, Sunless Tanner is a confidence builder for sure. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.